Hi, Bill Doobie here, and I just got this from Amazon. I am so psyched. This is a knife that I can't wait to review, but I have some other things to do first. It's the Morakniv, and it has some information on the back, but I'm not going to do a full review yet, but you'll see it in a full review. Alright, so the moment of truth. Let's open her up and check her out. Alright. There it is. Alright, it's got a nice smooth, and it won't fall out. Nice sharp blade. Let's see, we'll do the hair test, see if we can get some hairs to... Oh yeah, you can see where it's shaving my hair, right there. So, as far as being sharp, it's very sharp. Now, we're going to check something here, see if we can use it right out of the box. Here's a ferro rod. And as suspected, needs a little work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take a Millen-Bastard file. Sorry about that, it's very windy here. Millen-Bastard file and file this down. Let's see if we can get focused in a little bit here with my camera. Right here, it's not at a true 90, well, it's at a true 90, but it's rough. So what I'm going to do is smooth it up and give it a 90-degree angle like we used to do for our skiing up north, and we'll see if that does any better. This is the high carbon blade. It should spark a ferro rod. Alright, so we got our file set up, and let's see how well this works. That's taking off shavings. Shouldn't take too long to get an edge on this. Help if my vise was clamped down a little bit more. Alright. Alright, so it just took a couple of strokes with the file. So we've taken this into the shop. It took about maybe at most 3 minutes of filing, and we now have a nice 90-degree angle here. Now let's try the ferro rod again. As you can see, there's no problems with the ferro rod now. I give this thumbs up, except I forgot to do one thing. So let's do one last thing before we close out this review, and let's measure the thickness of the blade. I'm seeing it come in at right at 2 millimeters for the outside diameter of it. So anyways, that's the what I'm getting. Again, nice sharp, good handle. The metal's nice and soft, so it should be easy to sharpen, and it works with a ferro rod after a few swipes with a Millen-Bastard file. If anybody has any questions, please leave them down below, and I give this a thumbs up, and if you like this review, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you and have a great day.
Hey everybody, Bought this knife. It was super affordable, $12, and the best thing about it is that you can kind of upgrade this if you like. It comes with a notch, so if you want to hang another knife of the same kind on here, you can do that, but I don't really need that, so I removed it. Need to sand that off to give it a nice smooth finish. But it doesn't have a full tang, but it goes in enough to make it a really good knife. I was able to drill a hole through here to put a lanyard so you could have better ease of accessing the knife. Overall, really nice. I ground, let's see what in here. So I took a file. I actually ground this down a little bit so I could use it on a striker rod to create fire. And I ground down the nib a little bit so it kind of make it a little stronger and this top wouldn't break. I give it a patina with boiling apple cider, and overall it's a great knife and good for the value.
Finger there to make it focus. That, my friend, is how your knife should operate. Right there. Is your knife sharp? Or are you just telling yourself it's sharp? Because an actual sharp knife